Hey folks, thanks for tuning in. I've got something new to play with. This is the ELECROW ThinkNode M1. That's a LoRa transceiver with an e-ink display, and it works with Meshtastic and with Meshcore. Let's have a closer look. Stay tuned. And as this video is sponsored by ELECROW, let's jump over to their website and have a look. This ThinkNode M1 is available in two versions. There's an option for an 868 MHz version, so that's the European one, and that's the US or North American one. That's the 915 MHz version. Let me scroll down. Yeah, it comes with an 1.54-inch e-ink display and a built-in lithium battery with 1200 milliamp hours. It also has a built-in satellite positioning receiver which supports GPS, GLONASS, Baidu and QZSS. I've never heard about that, by the way. It's ready to go. Meshtastic is pre-installed on this device, so all you need to do is download the app on your smartphone, pair it with the radio, and you are ready to go. So first we will have a look with the Meshtastic firmware pre-installed on the radio, and later on I will do an update so you can see how a firmware update works, an update to Meshcore. It comes in this little box and there is the antenna, of course, included, which is detachable. You can unscrew it. And there is also a USB-A to USB-C cable included. And yeah, there's a short description. And there is also this keyring, here we go, which you can attach here on the side. I'm not sure if I can do this right now. It's going in. Yeah, for a size comparison, here is my old iPhone. What is it? I think it's an iPhone 12, which I'm using for testing. And here is another one. Here is my, what is it? It's a Heltec board inside. It's a wireless tracker. So that's that. Here's an open spot, by the way, just for size comparison. And this is the thickness. Okay. Yeah, as I said before, let me zoom in, then you can see it better. I need this anyway for testing, for sending some messages from the radio. It's an 1.54-inch e-ink display. Up here you have a dial, which is the on-off switch, and you can also select the brightness of the backlit display, or the backlight display. How do you say backlit? It's backlit, but it's a backlight display. Okay, so now it's off, and as you can see, it's of course it's an e-ink display. It's easy to read. Sorry for the glare. Yeah, these are my LED lights here, and let me turn this one off. Hey, come on, here we go, and let me turn the radio on, and now it's changing. Now it's really, really bright. Maybe it's too bright right now. Let me turn the brightness down, and here we go. Yeah, it's really bright, so I have to readjust my camera. But believe me, it's really, really bright. And this is minimum brightness. This is the minimum, and it's still good readable. Yeah, on the top, of course, as I said, the antenna with an SMA connector. nothing special. Here on the side we have two buttons, up and down, and you can scroll through the menu. This is the up button is going right, and the down button here, or the lower button here, is for going left. And you have a switch to turn the satellite receiver, let's call it the GPS receiver, off and on. Let's walk through the menu. No, I can't zoom in furthermore. Maybe I can bring it a little bit closer to the camera. Let's see. Give me a sec. Okay, this should work. So I'm on the first page. This is showing the battery percentage. The battery life is great on this device. I played around with it yesterday afternoon. When I unpacked it, it has a state of charge, I'm not sure, it was 86% or so. And this was on the whole night, and now it's down to 68%. So battery life is fantastic. Local time, which is correct. I'm receiving 5 satellites. Last 1 meter, not sure what this does mean, I'm sorry. Longitude, latitude, and altitude -7 meters, which is not correct, but okay, I'm indoor, so GPS reception or satellite reception is not the best. Let's go to the second page. Here we have LoRa info. The role is a client. I'm on the European band. Long fast frequency is okay. Now the display is refreshing, and there's the frequency of this channel, and the channel utilization is 1%, so there's not much ongoing. Next page. Yeah, I'm not a Meshtastic expert. Don't know what heap means. 54%, 85 of 175 kilobytes used. Sorry. Not sure about that. The firmware version, which I've updated recently, uptime is 7 minutes, and it's connected to my iPhone on Bluetooth. Let's jump over to the next page. Yeah, local time and the date. Next page. Yeah, it's named AH6UN, my US call sign. And no, sorry, this is named OE4JHW, but this one's named AH6UN. This is my US call sign. This is the other device. And last heard a minute ago, but the distance is not correct right now. There is no GPS on that one, so it says it's 2 kilometers away, which is not true. But that's nothing to complain about. Yeah, once again, I'm indoor and the GPS reception is not the best. Next, yeah, we are back on the start page. That's the first page here. It's also indicated by this little line down here, and if you click a button, it pops up, and then yeah, it will be hidden again after a second or so. Same in the other direction, and it disappears. Let's send some test messages before we update to Meshcore. Let me zoom out again. And yeah, this one's connected to this, and that one's connected to that. So let's have a look. Let's start on the ThinkNode first. Let's see. Yeah, I've already sent some test messages. Let's try another one. It's the usual Meshtastic stuff, so I'm not going to talk about how to use Meshtastic. Let's send another message. The quick brown. Yeah, I have to change my keyboard. It's in a German layout, so it's working. The quick brown, fox, and so on. You know what I mean. And let's hit send. And of course, this one's receiving the message. Let me just log in here. And here we go. Message received. And then let's send. Okay, let's switch over to an English keyboard. RX. Okay, so message received. Here we go. And yeah, then it starts to beep. And you can turn it off by pressing a button. And you can also read the message on the display. RX. Okay. Now let's try to flash Meshcore onto it. I'm on flasher.meshcore.co.uk. And yeah, remember you have to use a Chromium-based browser, so like Chrome, Edge, or whatever. And for this device, I have to scroll down, and here is the community firmware, and here is the ELECROW ThinkNode M1. And the role will be a companion Bluetooth, choosing the latest version. And to enter DFU mode, you have to push the RST, the reset button, 2 times, very quick. Let me show it to you. So you have to turn the radio on, or the device on, and then down here there is the reset button. Take a needle and push it 2 times, and that's it. And now you are in DFU mode. And then plug in the USB cable, which goes to your computer. And then you should see a device, a USB device named ELECROW boot or similar. And in this folder here, you can see current UF2, that's the current firmware. There is an index.htm, and there is also an info file. And one way to update the device is to download the firmware and just drop it into this folder, and then the device will reboot and install the new firmware. And the other way is to do it via the Flasher Meshcore website. Let's give it a try. And there is also a way to enter DFU mode. I've never tried this before, but it should work. So if you click enter DFU mode and select the device, it should switch it to DFU mode. But I cancel this now, and let's try erase flash. Let's see what's happening. Yeah, it's erasing the device. Okay. And then there is already Meshcore on my radio, because I've tried this before, of course. But let's do the flash again. Let's hit flash, select the device, and click OK. And let me zoom in here. And flash failed. Why? Let me check it. Yeah, I know, because it's not in DFU mode anymore. Because after the erase, it rebooted or whatever, and it's not in DFU mode anymore. So let's try this one more time. ELECROW ThinkNode, companion Bluetooth, and enter DFU mode and connect. And then let's try to flash. connect. Let's see. Otherwise, I have to do it again with the needle. Now it's working. That's great. So you can see the other method as well. How to enter DFU mode. And here we go. The device is rebooting, loading, and it says Meshcore version 1.13, and there's the pin code for pairing. And in the meanwhile, I installed Meshcore. Let's hit connect. Let's give it a try. Bluetooth pairing invalid. Okay, that's because it was already paired with the Meshtastic firmware in it. So now I have to go to Bluetooth and unpair it. Give me a sec. So here I am in the settings, Bluetooth, and here is the device. And let's ignore this radio, and then it should work. Tap to connect. Okay, is invalid. You must forget the device from Apple Bluetooth. Okay, let's... Is there another radio? Maybe that one. Yeah, maybe I ignored the wrong device. I'm sorry. Let's try this one more time. Let's go into Meshcore, connect. Now it's working. Okay, I simply... deleted the wrong device in Bluetooth. Must be one of these ones. And enter the pin 766135. Connect. Hey, what's going on here? Okay, it took a while. So you need some patience, but it's working. Now I'm connected. Yeah, it looks good. Channels, there's the public channel, no messages, of course. Okay. Where I am. Okay, New Zealand. No. How can I jump to my position? Maybe the app has no position yet. And everything's working. I'm connected. I'm in the settings. Yeah, preset is Europe, UK, long range frequency. That's something to play with later on, because I'm very new to Meshcore, but it seems to be interesting. Now let me update this little boy here to Meshcore, and then I can send some messages. Give me a second. Okay, everything's up and running. This one's paired to this phone. The ThinkNode is paired to this phone. Let's try to send a message. Let's send a hello, and it's there. Let's go back from public. Let's go to contacts, no contacts. Let's try the map. Obviously, it has not the position because it jumps to New Zealand immediately. Let's see if we go to Austria, if I can find something. Okay, not yet. Okay, it's working. Channels, public channel. Let's send back a hi, and it's there. Yo, everything's working. So far, so good. Okay, my next task is to dive deeper into the world of Meshcore. That's it for the moment. Once again, thanks to ELECROW for sponsoring this video. I wish you all the best. Stay tuned. Till next time. See you. Bye-bye.